Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This canvas is one of a set of 3 I bought at Michael's that is 20 by 24 and just way too big for my turntable. So it's going to rock as I do things. This is dazzling white. I want some coated canvas as far as the white goes before I put any black on. This is all very relaxed. Nothing serious happening here. I wouldn't mind if it was thin enough when I spread it out so it dries quickly. And I don't mind if it's still wet when I put some black over the top. And I don't mind covering as much canvas as I can. I do mix GAC 800 and Floetrol in with my black and dazzling white. Dazzling white is the white pearl from DecoArt. I'll probably just look to fill in the places that get left behind by the white with black. I thought about some gold, and I'm not done thinking about it either. I might take a chance and clean my spatula off. So I don't have very many places where I see a heavy coat of paint, and that's not a bad thing. But I am seesawing, teeter-tottering my canvas as I go. I was saying, because the Floetrol and GAC 800 make the dazzling white so thin, it's really very amicable to being spread out and dry quickly. I'd like a little more in that corner. And it makes the canvas kind of slick. It's not a very solid base coat. That's all I'll say about that. I'm going to wipe off the white. Grab my Mead and Black gloss. Give it a moment of shake. No idea what this is going to be like. I might be interested in using a texture tool. And if I get any drag marks, that's not a bad thing for me either. Don't really want to leave any plain canvas behind, but I'm just as likely to steal paint from anywhere. Like I said, the canvas doesn't really fit. I am interested in moving some of the black out that has thickness, any thickness to it at all. And chances are good one of these times, this time could be it, I'll go over the paint a second time. Because I definitely like some more interesting shapes. I seem to be, you know, filling everything in pretty thoroughly. I love those drag marks, so I'm going to look forward to trying as many of those as possible. And then I might just stripe everything. I thought about it beforehand. It's not out of the question. But if I want to do any mark making, I better do it sooner than later, because I won't have an opportunity later. I kind of want to grab one of my smaller tools if it's in evidence. There it is. I don't know if I can still get anything out of this. This is a Wilton cake decorating tool. And it's only going to work where the paint is still wet enough. But when it works really nicely. I think I might be done with stage one. It's kind of different, similar to some things I've done also. Really kind of want to play with the gold. But the interferences are still very appealing. And I can't do that until the black is dry. And I might really want to do that. still got paint here or there that I can dip into. I just didn't realize it until right then. If I had a little more time and it wasn't right before dinner, I'd probably wait and come back again tonight, but I can't do that. But I am kind of having a good time just playing with what I've got. So I'll call that good for now. And I'll expect to see you again, because I don't think this is done by any stretch. Although I do have some black on my spatula, and that makes it really hard to stop. This is dry. I have interferences I've pulled out, starting with violet. And I'm just going to waste them because I can always add black. And I've got blue. If he comes down, come on down. It's been a while. And I've got green. I have red too, but I'm not a big fan of it. I've also got gold. Maybe I'll use some of that. This is the green. I feel it's best at this point to let things be on their own, which may require me wiping off my tool in between. Most likely. Grab a spatula and a paper towel, just in case that comes in handy, and it may. And that looks like the purple. It's probably the blue. I can't really remember exactly what I just did, to tell you the truth. I'm going to take my residuals and put them in a different location. That's definitely the green. I haven't done this before. Not exactly like this, for sure. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what happens. That's definitely the purple. You'd think the little bits and pieces wouldn't have that much of an impact, but they definitely do. I'm trying to follow the general shapes I'm putting them on, but I don't mind overlapping. That's blue. That's more purple. I should put some of it on the stripes. I guess I can go back and do gold if I want to with that. That's the first one I've actually mixed. That's more green. I don't know why I have an issue with green, but I do seem to have an issue with green. It's funny, I can see them now. Usually I can't. Did I miss anything? Do I need to go in for some more? I think I'm going for the gold. If it'll open. There. It's definitely open. Let's try that on the stripes just the once at least. Oh, I've got residuals. Wait. Let's get rid of those. The thinner I put them on, the more likely I am to be able to be back sooner to paint. Don't mind feathering it out. Definitely think there's a good possibility I'll be back with some black. Hard telling yet though. That's going to be in my way no matter where I put it. I did pull out some Dancing Fuchsia and I may indulge. I'd like to put it right over some of the interferences and see what it does, but he usually eats other colors for breakfast, so. Mix up the gold with the blue and the green. Heck with it, I'm going to do it. Am I? Maybe I'm not ready yet. I'm going to go for some more violet. Actually, I'm going to experiment. Now I've got some violet still on my spatula. Violet interference, that is. Be very interested to see how that works out. Thought I might have squeezed out the green by accident. I think I want a little bit more. Tempted by the Whispering Wisteria now. Will take advantage of the fact that there's still areas that are light. I do like the idea of using the violet as a base as opposed to maybe the dazzling white. I'm being called to some Oriental blue, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet, because the interference blue is very blue right now, which I can see over here. That was the violet interference. This is the Whispering Wisteria. Maybe not so much Oriental Blue. Maybe it's more likely going to turn into Cerulean C. I see no reason to stop painting if I'm interested in painting, so I'm just going to go for it. Because my intention is still to add black at the end. But that may change. It often does. That's Cerulean C. And I'm not cleaning any paint off my spatula. And yes, it's a little disconcerting to have my canvas rocking, but that's just the fault of the size I picked. I really didn't do it on purpose. I meant to buy 18 by 24s, which do actually barely fit, but they do fit. I like that. That's a beautiful color combination. And I think I'm going to like it with the green. There's the purple, there's the green. I'm going to take a little bit more Dancing Fuchsia. Love this color combination. I might wind up using more green still. I might actually use some other color green. It has yet to come. That's a wonderful combination. The Dancing Fuchsia with the Whispering Wisteria. Wow. Maybe I'll move that in a little bit more. Now what else have I got? I'm hearing the call to teal. I never did do the Oriental Blue, and I might want to try that before I'm out of negative space. I can always cover it. I reach for the Oriental Blue, but I see the blue flame. Something about Oriental Blue, I like the subtlety of it. But I'm still going to leave the paint on my spatula, which may affect the color. That is so subtle. Just making me wish I had gone for the blue flame. But while it's still wet, I guess I could. I really think it adds a lot of interest to the painting to have some of the colors that were stuck on the spatula. I got blue flame, open just enough. I like mixing the interferences with the non-interferences. Something in my painting. I've been trying to resist the call to teal. Indigo teal to be specific. I want some more purple. And I just love the way the purple and the Dancing Fuchsia mix, so that might be coming. missed a little bit of blue. Just going where it feels right. I love highlighting the stripes. I think I better try the teal before it's too late. Could be turquoise. Now I gotta remember this is really loose. And it also doesn't show up very heavily. So you have a light touch. I don't mind that, but I think the turquoise would be just as good, if not better. I like what's happening with the gold. It's very tempting to contemplate adding some of these colors, more interferences over the colors that I'm adding. I'd like to convince myself to leave some negative space, but so far I'm not sure that's going to happen. I do love the combos. I really am tempted by the green, but I'm not there yet. Not quite. Yeah, I love it when a plan comes together. And even if some of the fuchsia's over black with the toothy tool marks underneath, it still shows up nicely. I don't mind sharing whatever's left on my spatula. Now I want a blue color, and I think it's going to be Blue Velvet. I get on these color kicks. That one won't shake. So we're going to try and make sure there's nothing. Nope. Let's try a little and make sure we like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. I've got a little bit left over. Where is it going to go? Right there. I'm going to swivel this around so I can see. Actually, these colors are iridescent, like the colors in a puddle. I've got about a minute left. I may not do anything else to this after this. but I'm still thinking about the green, so I'll probably be back in a second. Yeah, a little Fandango won't hurt anything. Fandango is okay, but I think Sour Apple is more likely what I want. And I'm not beyond adding a little bit of turquoise to that. I got nothing. Turquoise being the Cyan Aqua or the Vibrant Aqua. Let's go for the Vibrant Aqua. Maybe more of that on the way. It all reminds me of prismatic reflected light, or those oil slick colors on the top of puddles. It's cheerful at least. And I probably won't be doing much more. I say that, but you can't trust me. I do like what's happening though. I could still go back and add more black. I think it was a good idea to turn it. I am having a good time. I do love just smearing paint. I don't think I'm done yet entirely. So I'm just going to keep going. And I want more dancing fuchsia. And more Whispering Wisteria, which has closed up on me again. I think I'm going to bring the blue back in. Yeah, I like that. I like how the interference is dried on the black. Of course, I usually do anyway. I'm just wondering if I have enough black left. That was the blue velvet. I actually had a moment where I thought about adding some dots. More turquoise. Oh, I'm so close. I think it's going to be the interference gold. could actually add a bunch of that. I need to put the spatula down. There, I'll be interested to see if I want to do anything else when that dries. Probably not. I could add some black lines now. I'm kind of thinking about it actually. But I think if I want to do that, I need to put some paint in a dish and use my big brush, or maybe not such a big brush. In the meantime, let's take care of the paint on my spatula and put it in the bucket. Since it's all beautiful paint, and I hate to waste it. I need to lead that out. As best I can. If I'm going to put any more in, I need to do that now too. I don't know how much more I need to do, but if I don't do any more, that's okay too. I'm just going to get my bottles out of the way and take a picture. I'm not sure there's any point in shimmering this at you until it's ready to be shown. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.